BBC Hooniverse.
You're watching the TGM production.
It was a dark, stormy Thursday night. The air was brown because of all the soot and poo floating. It's the year 2086. You hear a noise. The door opens. Out walks a man. Hello, says the man. Is anyone there? No one replies. The footsteps start again. Out walks another person. Where are we? Says the person. The man turns around and says, I think we're in London. 1969. She says, what? Doesn't look like 1969. But it wasn't. That man was called the Doctor. Little did anyone know that he was a Time Lord from the planet Gallifrey. Little did anyone know he was born to save the universe. Little did his companion know that he was the chosen one. He was the one that everyone adored. He's the one that needed to save all of humanity. The Doctor had no idea that that's one his destiny. But little did he know, and soon he would find out his true destiny. He is the Doctor, and he will save people. Not one, not two, but everyone. He's the Doctor, he doesn't care who you are. He will save you regardless. Because he is the Doctor. That is my impression of a Doctor Who short trips for Big Finish. Because this film, I'm talking all things short trips. Short trips are a genre of Doctor Who audio by Big Finish where you sort of have no real cast. You just have a singular actor voicing all of them, like an audiobook, if you will. So, let's use the winner of the Paul Sprague's Memorial Sprague Memorial Competition from last year. Sprague is spelled S-P-R-A-G-G. So, the brief was read for the 13th Doctor. The winning entry was The Wednesday That Wasn't. And here's a synopsis. And I'll explain further on. The Galactic Lost Property Office is where the universe stores what it has misplaced. But instead of a scarf from Tenzalor or an umbrella from Peladon, someone has handed in a Wednesday, a whole missing day. The Doctor says she was keeping it safe before someone wished it away. Now it's lost and dangerous, with a tenuous crowd who claim ownership ahead of her in the queue. Right, this was released following. Right, so what it is, right? So the winner of the competition is slightly different. So, what it is in essence, right? You can see. You can sort of make that out. It is blurry. You can sort of make that out, right? So, what a short trip is it's narrated by Claire Corbett, not to be confused with Harry Corbett from Sooty fame, not to be confused with Harry H. Corbett from Steptoe Son fame, and not to be mistaken with any of the Corbetts from the two Ronnies. This is a different person altogether, I think. I'm never sure. I don't know why I made that claim, because I'm never sure. Anyway, so it's narrated by Claire Corbett, as we've said, but she's the only narrator. So, if you have to Google the definition for a Doctor Who short trip, this is what Google would say. Right, and they would obviously get it from the TARDIS wiki. No, I think this one got it from the Big Finish website. Because it does that AI overview thing where it finds the relevant information quite quickly. Doctor Who short trips are a series of short stories, anthologized and audiobooks originally published by BBC Books. Now produced by Big Finish, focusing on compact narrative featuring various incarnations of the Doctor. These are 30 to 40 minute single narrative audiobooks, explore the Doctor's companions or villains' lives. Key aspects of a short trip. Format. Primarily audiobooks featuring one reader, though they originate as print anthologies. Scope. They cover all areas of Doctor Who, often featuring new writers. Content ranging from first-person monologues to short dramas. These stories, if I can even speak, these stories dig into the psychologically of a character or explore new corners of the universe, and then it talks about Paul Sprague's memorial opportunity, and then it goes on. So, what you can gather from there is that a short trip is something that's short, sweet, and snappy. So what I did there at the beginning was, it's the sort of opening to what a short story would be. And the way I read it, and the way I said it, right, was in the style of how you would hear it if a narrator was doing it. Sometimes, for these short trips, sometimes the narrator is like one of the characters within it. So you might get like Carol Ann Ford to do one, and then Susan might be in that story somewhere, so she can do her impression of a younger version of her doing Susan, or she could just talk as normal. I don't think anyone really bats any eyelids at that point. But if you look at it in that sense, you sort of get the story, and it's a brand new story, but it's like, yes, it could be brilliant with multiple characters and being produced as a full audio drama, but really, it works really well as this short, snappy piece of writing, which when you listen to it, still sounds as amazing as you would think, because why else would it not sound brilliant? But the Paul Sprague Memorial Opportunity, the competition, is actually a good way to fish out new Big Finish writers. So it's always worth doing it. The competition this year opened up on the 8th of May, and the deadline is the 11th of June. So if you're thinking of entering, don't think on it for too long, just go ahead and do it. So, there we have it. Thanks for watching. Time to mount. Bye! Don't forget to subscribe to the official Tom Mason YouTube channel.